you and Illuna are comparatively relatively new to the landscape of Nijisanji, and you guys have been, sort of dropped in at the deep end. NIJISANJI EN was big to begin with. Luxium came in and made it even bigger, and now it's like there's a lot of stuff going on, and you guys sort of got put in, and now you're a part of this ecosystem. How have you personally been finding it? What are some of the pitfalls, hang-ups you have? What have you been enjoying? What have you not been enjoying? Just tell me about your experiences, and if there's anything that you'd like to, share with the class.
Like in general, like it's been great. Like the streaming part is my favorite. Like I love streaming. Like it feels like that's the funnest part is the actual streaming. But the struggle of figuring out what to do every week, and probably just knowing that you're not going to make everyone happy.
I'm so glad you said that. It's one of the hardest parts about the job, to be honest. It's really difficult to sort of be yourself and then to see, because I think everyone gets hate to a certain degree. I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
and it's difficult to
sort of.
It
felt like it was right as soon as we entered the door, kind of, and it's a lot.
It can be really difficult, but at the same time, there's so much that you can do, I think, to just... What am I trying to say? There's so much that you can do to differentiate yourself and to make your own content something that makes you happy as well. And it can be difficult, I guess, when there are so many eyes on you. But I think one of the main ways, at least that I've learned, to get really good at making content without worrying about all of the criticism is to just make what you love without looking at what people say, And...
Yeah.
I mean, remind me, what are your fans called? What do you call your fans?
The Scarlings.
The Scarlings. Pay attention to what the Scarlings say, because they're the ones that matter. It can be so easy to fall into this trap where you see things that critics from other fandoms or from across the world will say about you, and the Scarlings, they're the ones that give you support. They're the ones that love you, they're the ones that support you, and I think that by listening to what they love about you and by following that, I think that you'll be okay, even if you do get criticism from other places, It can be difficult, but finding a balance is so important, and it's something that you need to do stuff that both you love and that your fans love at the same time, So it's an interesting balance to find, but... as long as you understand what people love you for and you keep being yourself, then I don't think that you really have much to worry about,
Oh, senpai, that makes me... Thank you, that means a lot. And, I know, for you and Luxium, it's the bigger numbers, the more eyes on you. I bet it's, a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So, that means a lot, thank you.
I don't think anyone from Luxium was really ready for... the amount of success that we had, right out of the gate. It was I mean, it wasn't a blow up from the beginning. I mean, we were still fairly small time, right as we began. Not small time compared to NIJI EN, but small time relatively. And then over time, it just sort of started getting more and more and more and more. And it was really wacky, how big we got. And I don't think any of us were really ready for it. I don't think anyone in NIJI EN, especially Luxium, was really ready for that. So, I don't know. I guess as becoming a senpai now, which is really weird because 6 to 8 months ago, I was not a senpai. I was a brand new, fresh baby-faced kohai, like you are now. The best thing that I can do is try to, make sure that everyone else is ready for what comes next, because it can be difficult sometimes, but it's also worth all the good,
Yeah, and you and the rest of NIJI EN have done that perfectly. Y'all have made us feel so comfortable, so at home, and y'all talk about the good and the bad, and we definitely feel more prepared than we would have without you guys.
That makes me pleased. I'm really glad that you feel like you're comfortable and at home here.
Yeah, it really is like a big family here.